Hey firearm enthusiasts, it's Jeff with JJ Rifle World. Here we are, the 1,000 round review of the Romulus by Alpha Foxtrot. So let's get into it. Is the gun great? Yes. Can things be fixed? Yes. Can you upgrade it? Yes. Does it shoot amazing? Yes. Does it hold up to what they're saying? Yes. Is it better than a couple other 2011s out there? Yes. So let's go over it. Just in general, wear patterns and things, it's not really showing any wear patterns on the frame at 1,200 rounds. You got this little line here from the spring, but that's normal stuff. That's normal. Nothing really wear. If you guys are wondering about the trigger, we just changed this yesterday. I'll get into that towards the end of this, so just want to clarify that first. Everybody's looking at this. Once we hit the 1,200 round count, what started happening is on the reset, when you would let go, this would actually, your stock trigger would get stuck. But it's not because of the stock trigger, it's because the gun after 1,000 rounds, 1,200 rounds really needs to be clean. And we were shooting pretty clean ammo through it. So that's how I really knew, okay, it's time to break this down yesterday and clean it, and we broke it down. I left it apart, we put the new trigger in it. Besides that, let's get into the slide. The actual slide, only wear patterns are really right here. You can see that. And inside the frame rails. I don't know if you guys can see that too, right here inside these frame rails. And the same thing over here. Besides that, there's not really a lot of wear in the chamber area, but the gun, I have to say, is running phenomenal. There's not any really wear on the barrel, just right here, but that's from regular normal use. No excessive wear. This gun is milled perfectly. It's seamless. You just ever see on Glocks, after you start shooting them, you should get the wears over here and things like that. No, there's nothing on the barrel. And I do have to say, the finish of this gun allows you to clean the firearm very, very easily. Don't need a lot of solvent, don't need a lot of really anything. It honestly wipes itself off. I always put a little bit of, I use M Pro 7 and spray a little bit, just wipe it down. I got the Q-tips and that's what we did. Let's get into the faults that we saw right away. The faults that we saw right away was the safety. So the safety was very, very hard to work. It was just tough. It would, you know, you'd feel it in your thumb. After about 500 rounds, 400, 500 rounds, I'd say the safety started getting a lot better. Mine is very loose. What we did is we pulled the safety out. We marked it. Don't do this if you don't know what you're doing. We marked it with an orange marker. We take a file and just shave it once. Put it all back together and run it again. Like, okay, 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 okay. And we did that about 3 times. And now it is very, very easy to work without any hesitation. But it's not to the point where while you're shooting, you'll accidentally kick it up because it doesn't have any force. You don't want to go, you don't want your safeties too loose to the point where they just pop up while you're shooting and then your gun just stops working or you can't pull your trigger or whatever it is. But this is at that sweet spot and it's perfect. It has tension, but not too much tension. Another thing, if you definitely want to go into upgrading wise, I definitely put a trigger in it. This has nothing else done to it. We didn't change the hammer springs, we didn't change the spring in the rear, we didn't change nothing. The only thing we did was put a Red Dort Trigger in, and we adjusted it with the adjustment screw in here, and it's at the point where this thing just goes off and it's beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. That's one upgrade that if you buy one of these, I definitely, after you shoot it, you get used to it, I definitely recommend you guys put that trigger in there. It's something very good. I talked to Alpha Foxtrot about that. It's running very good. The only other thing I personally don't like, this might be a preference, I hate these screw on, screw off springs that you gotta, rather the one where, you know, you push it out, you put the little paper clip in there, or you put a staple in there, and then you just slide it all out. That's a lot easier, for especially if you're doing tactical work or you're doing some field stuff. To be able to do a field strip and break it down very easily is definitely key, where you don't need to pull this out, rack this off, and then you can just pull it out, put a pin in there, and just pull everything apart, and it's a lot faster. But it's not a big inconvenience. Like I said, that's a personal preference and what you're used to or what you like. Besides that, this does work great, and it's a very good product. Everything else I have to say is great. Pros, we put the Hollow Sun 507K on it. Works great. It's good sighted direct fitments. I think we went over that in the last video. Nothing else has come loose though. Nothing. Sights haven't come loose. Front sights don't come loose. Nothing. We shot heavy loads through this. We've shot light loads, heavy loads, plus P loads. It shoots everything. It shoots everything, and it stays together. And that was really the key. We put this thing through the mill. We ran this very hard. We ran this very fast. And I have to say, I'm very, very happy with it, as been as a lot of people are. Besides that, what other stuff can we go over? I'm gonna definitely do a 3,000, then a 5,000 round review of, like, we'll see where the wear patterns are and what's going on. And then after that, I'll do a 10,000 round review, and I'll really give you guys the gist of where this thing's at 10,000 rounds. 10,000 rounds for some people is a long time. For us, it's about half a year. So we're gonna run this very, very hard and very good. Even the inside in here, there's not really any wear. So I'm beating it with the magazines, but honestly, everybody, it's a phenomenal gun. If you have any questions, I'm very good with answering them. Sorry if the video's a little draggy, but yeah, definitely shoot me any questions you have, anything you think about it, and we'll definitely get into it. If anybody's asking about, like, grease wise, we just oil the shit out of it. Oil it up, run it, and like I said, about every 1,000 rounds I clean it. After 1,000 rounds, you're really gonna, it's not gonna really do anything. It does drag up, like, over here a little bit. Like, when you rack it, you'll feel that drag from this little thing right here. Why am I not remember the name right now, but whatever. And then, like I said, the only thing we realize, it drags up on this, and then the actual trigger, when you do pull the trigger, it won't, the reset will get a little draggy. So those are just things you got to just clean up. But besides that, let us know what you want us to do, as well as if you have any questions, like, oh, can you change the sears, can you change this, can you change that, we'll do it. We'll take this whole thing apart, we'll change everything you want on here, and we'll give you the feedback. Eventually, after the 3,000 round count, we're gonna swap the sear out, the hammer, we're gonna put a lighter spring, we're gonna do all EGW stuff, and we're gonna see how she runs. And she should run actually pretty good. So let's check it out. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.